Yo, what's up with it once again? People, humanity, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, as always. Otakus, Hikikomori's out there is Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Mania Wolverine. Of course, you guys on rest intros and outros towards this channel, my friends. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram if any people want to. All that good shit. And about a day ago, heard about this news. This news blew out a little bit. Ironically, from one of the least expected places I would never in a billion years ever hear about this from. Unfortunately, it's a mainstream media news channel. It's not even a news channel either. It's more like a real old school printing paper place that used to be real big back in the day, but it's almost like a dinosaur media news now, which is not talking about none other than the Wall Street Journal. This is the ones that actually talked about this first, which is really crazy as shit. And I heard about this from this other YouTuber guy named Dreamcast Guy. It's a pretty big, decent channel. Him or like Review Tech USA is one of those two guys, but the information still continues, my friends. It is continuing beyond a rate that I can't even comprehend, because who would have thought Wall Street Journal even covered this, even though granted I give zero shits about them. Plus, I remember in 2016 or 2017, about 2-3 years ago, they already did their little purging when they attacked the crap out of PewDiePie, so that gives me even way less respect for them than they deserve. Now, granted, I've never been the biggest PewDiePie fan, but Felix didn't he didn't deserve to be thrown under the bus by mainstream media like that. That's absolute garbage. That Wall Street Journal wanted to attack him out of that shit. Not here to talk about that though. So from Engadget, which has been about 2, 3, maybe 4 months at the most, the last time I even read from this article place, which is its title says Nintendo could launch 2 new Switch consoles this year. I'm reading from the up top part here, not this part here. And this is from Steve Dent from Engadget.com. So I'll leave the link to the full article down below if any people want to read it with me. Or you can watch Dreamcast Guy's video, which I heard this information from. So links to his video down below if you want to check him out. Or from Protomar. Sometimes I'll watch his videos sometimes. Or a whole bunch of other video games, not journalists, but video game content creation YouTubers and shit. So there's that. So here we go. So it says one will be a high-end model aimed at serious gamers, according to WSJ. I'm surprised you still gotta pay like $20 a month to read their articles. Screw that mess, man. That's shit. If you're wondering why my voice sounds a little bit different, I just woke up like an hour ago, so I still got 2 hours left before I start work, so that's why I decided to do this video now. This probably won't be up till Friday though, so there's that, because I'm doing this on Tuesday morning. So it says Nintendo might launch 2 new Switches as earlier as this summer. Oh, and this one right here, UK charts here. Shadows Die Twice sneaks in the #1 spot. I'm going to read that one in maybe the 8th or 9th minute of this video, so that second half of this video, I'll talk about that later. You can just skip to the annotation if you want to see it. So, yeah, earlier this summer. Let's keep moving on this shit. Reports of the Wall Street Journal, as previously rumored, one would likely be a smaller and cheaper model with a focus on portability. However, Nintendo might make also a release, excuse me, a higher-end model on the Switch at more serious gamers, in competition with Sony's PS4 and Microsoft Xbox One. It wouldn't have quite as much power as those consoles, however, according to the report. The Wall Street Journal sources, as parts of the supplier with access to a prototype, those folks claims that Nintendo will eliminate a little-used HD Rumble controller, vibration, and other features in order to cut costs. Both Sony and Microsoft have released multiple versions of the PS4 and Xbox One, including higher-end and cheaper versions. Also, before I keep going with this article, I know it's been over like 2 months the last time I even did anime manga news, so a lot of stuff hasn't really been happening with a lot of big, giant mainstream media, like really huge popular animes out there. That's why there hasn't been that much anime manga news lately, so there's that. So let's keep moving. In order to keep sales rolling, as it has largely worked, Switch has been a huge big hit, with 32 million units sold so far, although Nintendo recently revised its 2018 fiscal sales projections downwards from 20 million to 17 million. It likely hopes that the new consoles will help get its groove back. At the same time, Nintendo won't want to get left behind in the next generation of the console wars. Microsoft and Sony may release a new model in the near future, and both currently have half-generation head starts over by Nintendo. Where was I reading at? There it is. I think this is it. By launching refreshed Switch models with new games, Nintendo won't be too far behind its competition. Almost lost myself there. Sorry, guys. This also goes on to say the cheaper Switch version was originally rumored to be a strictly handheld device without plastic docking stations of the current Switch, without revealing any details. Suppliers told Wall Street Journal that might not be quite accurate. However, it says, quote, "You won't be wrong to think that the enhanced version is similarly to what Sony did with the PS4 Pro and the others is just a cheap alternative that looks to be very similar to some past handheld machines," Sony PlayStation Vita says, quote, "Said a person who used both devices we could find out as early as this summer." So let me get into my overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I've been saying for the past couple months, even since like late November of last year, 2018, that Nintendo Switch Pro has to happen, man. It's got to happen. If it doesn't happen, Nintendo's going to fall off a little bit with their other creations. Even though, granted, just last week they talked about the Nintendo Labo VR. That's catching up a lot of really, really good Steam and popularity right now. No pun intended to the Steam PC stuff, but woo, baby. I saw a lot of the freaking really cool little mini games that came with Nintendo Labo VR. It looks pretty good. There's even two of them that remind me a lot of like the Splatoon animations, mixed with a little bit of, I dare say it because it's going to sound weird to some people, it's like FNAF style mixed with Splatoon animations, mixed with the ARMS. If any of you guys remember ARMS, that game that really didn't do too well on the Switch. It did decent, but didn't do as great as Nintendo was hoping that it would be. And it looked like a mix between ARMS, Splatoon, and FNAF. All three of those games mixed in the Nintendo Labo VR game. It looks pretty really beautiful, spectacular. Looks very, very awesome. My own personal opinion, is one of the best creations that they've done. They should just brought back Virtual Boy 2.0. To be honest, it doesn't work for the Switch for some weird reason. It should work for the Switch, but it's just Nintendo Labo VR. I'm surprised it's not connected to the Switch, because a lot of people are saying it's going to have Nintendo Switch functionalities. Maybe the Nintendo Switch Pro will be connected to the Nintendo Labo VR. That's probably what's going to happen in the near future. In my own personal opinion, that's might be what happens for Nintendo Switch Pro for the upgrade version of the regular Switch. And the vibration controls might be even better. Who knows? So let's get on to the second part news of this video here. I didn't really hear too much about this game until the other day. I looked at the trailer. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's literally over the freaking top. So it says UK sales charts Sekiro, hopefully I'm saying that right, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, sneaks into #1 spot. Like it says here, shout out to this person, give him credit where credit is due. Stefan Tabley, however you say your last name. So yeah, let's get into it. This is going to be a real short article. The thing I'm going to say right now, this reminds me of that E3 2018 thing that they showed for the Sony Playroom floor, or the Sony Showroom floor that they showed at E3 last year. It looks a lot like that Japanese, like Asian, like inspirational game, which is called Ghost of Tsushima. That's what it's reminding me. I'm getting a lot of Ghost of Tsushima vibes with this game. It looks good. Hopefully it plays just as good too. So it says, last week's biggest game release was undoubtedly... Oh, it's last week? I thought it was yesterday. I only heard about it the other day. I'm really late in the loop with this. I'm going to have to follow my Twitter a lot more now, man. Just in case you guys don't know, shout out to me. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you want to. Got to say it twice. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice from Activision from Software, and although it only launched on Friday, it still managed a #1 debut. It stops the Division 2 from securing a second week at the top. Although Ubisoft's looter shooter has only stepped down for second place. The remainder of the top 10 is pretty standard. FIFA 19, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Grand Theft Auto 5 are all still vying from the top results, while Far Cry New Dawn slips further down into the 9th position. It's too bad Far Cry did bad. I never really cared about a lot of the Far Cry games, to be honest, but that's just me. Let's move on. Devil May Cry 5 has now fallen out of the top 10 altogether and finds itself in 13th position. That's weird, because I know it got like 5 out of 10, 10 out of 10, real big, very positive reviews for Devil May Cry 5, so That's really weird that they decided to just kick it off the top 10 spot that quick. That's a shame. Oh well. So it says UK sales charts, week ending 23rd of March 2018. This is for the UK though. It has nothing to do with the United States or Canada or Japan. Maybe it's a lot still in the top 10s for our country and the other countries, but not for the UK. It's really weird. I don't know why. So it says Sekiro, however you say that name, Shadows Die Twice, The Division 2, FIFA 19, GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 5, and then the other top 10s, the other five video games are in top 10 of this series is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Lego 2 movie video game, Forza Horizon 4, Far Cry New Dawn, Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. They should have just called it New Super Mario Brothers Switch Deluxe. That would have sounded a better ring to it. Yeah, overall thoughts and opinions. I saw the trailer of this. It's giving me a lot of Ghost of Tsushima vibes, and I cannot wait for this game, Ghost of Tsushima's Past, to come out in 2019. My God, I'm hyped as shit for that game because the beauty and the graphics is one of the most immersive Japanese folktale Asian sort of like storytelling driven games I've seen in the longest time. Man. I know a lot of people can say what other games, but for me, that's how I feel personally about the Ghost of Tsushima games. The Sekiro Shadows Die Twice reminds me a lot of that game. And hopefully this game is as good as this game has been going for it. It's number freaking one right now. Hopefully Ghost of Tsushima goes number one in the next couple months, whenever that comes out this year, 2019. Because I'm hyped as hell for that freaking game. That being said, that's all I got to say for now, and that's it. And hopefully we get that Nintendo Switch Pro in 2019. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it happens. Or in 2020. So that Google Stadia thing, that's looking to be a big threat for old school gaming console heads like myself. And I'm a little bit worried and skeptical and very nervous that shit's going to be the end-all be-all of all consoles, the Google Stadia thing. That's why I decided not to talk about it. Because it's got me a little bit on fucking edge right now. And that's it. Links to description box down below to Dreamcast guy's video or the other two guys I talked about. And I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, as always, otakus and Hikikomoris out there. I will see you when I see you guys. Good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world out there. Don't drink, smoke at the same time. Don't take the reckless. Stay tuned for more future content channel, including article session reviews that involve anime manga reviews, video gaming industry news, internet news, and that wraps up the video. Take it easy. Peace out. I'm out like sauerkraut. Laters and goodbye. We'll see all of you people on the flip side. Stay tuned for more future content on this YouTube channel. I'll see you guys into the far future. Take it easy. Take care. I'm gone. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Nintendo Switch Pro, please. I want this to happen. For the Nintendo CEO executives that see this video, please let this happen, man. I really, really want a Switch Pro. I like the original Switch too, but Switch Pro is what I want. Peace.